full face, I'm aiming for 10 to 15 minutes. Normally I'm in a rush. So here's what I do in the order that I normally do it. So the first thing I get is some moisturizer, and the moisturizer that I'm using right now is from Loreal. It's the Hydra one. It's for oily skin, and this is my favorite moisturizer, and I normally just apply it to the face. Okay, now that I've moisturized my face, after a couple of seconds I begin to add primer. The primer that I'm going to use is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cool Matte Primer, and I've been using this Too Faced primer for a while and I really like it. It's matte, but it's not like super drying like my Becca. I feel like in the summertime I would use my Becca a lot more, but because it's still kind of cold outside, this one is matte but not crazy matte. Okay, so now that I've applied the primer, I go for my foundation, and this is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I use the shade 440, and this is actually my favorite foundation. A brush, sometimes I take a sponge. Today I'm going to take this beauty sponge. I'm just going to apply the foundation all over my face. I remember once there was a time when I never used to apply anything but foundation. It would just be foundation and go. And I know a lot of people still do that, but I feel like when you add foundation alone, it's kind of like too regular or too flat. Like your face doesn't look as awake or have any life to it. Okay, so we're getting the hair out of our face, because in reality this is how we normally look. So when I finish applying the foundation to all the areas of my face, bringing some down to my neck as such. Okay, now that the foundation is on, then I go ahead and I do my eyebrows. If I'm sitting down to do a look, normally I would do my eyebrows first. But on a regular day, this is what I normally do. Well, sometimes I do my eyebrows first, but most of the times I feel like I do them after foundation, because I'm kind of rushing a little bit. And I feel like sometimes we can spend way too much time on our eyebrows than we need to. But you know, you gotta keep the brows looking flaky. If you're doing this in a rush, then you probably can skip this, depending on how comfortable you feel with your eyebrows. Or if you have really thick eyebrows, you probably don't even need to fill them in. Lucky you. Because this is somewhat my simple everyday look, I don't usually apply concealer to the top portion of the eyebrows unless I feel like it's definitely necessary or I kind of messed up on the top. If I mess up on the top, then I'll do it, but otherwise I'll just do the bottom and keep it moving. Okay, so I feel like when the brows are done and the foundation is on, we're like halfway there, like we're almost finished. So after we're done the brows and the base, the next thing that I like to do, I like to apply concealer. This concealer is from ColourPop and it is deep golden. I'm gonna mix it with the Makeup Revolution concealer in C13. Always shopping stuff, but yeah, these are the two I'm using. So the first one I'm going to use is the Makeup Revolution one. It is the darker one of the two. You don't have to mix them if you have a concealer that's a good shade. Actually, I don't think I'm going to mix this one. I think I'm just going to use the Makeup Revolution one. the C13, because I'm not looking for a crazy highlights today. I'm just looking for something that's gonna look very natural and very beautiful. Going back with the sponge, I'm gonna blend out the concealer. See, it just adds like a little bit of brightener. It lifts up the eye area. It looks like you got your whole 8 hours of sleep, which most people don't nowadays. But you don't want to look tired and like you're dying, even when you are. You want to look awake, you want to look fresh, you want to look like, you know, you're ready for the day, like you don't stress out, like your life alright and you're good. Because I feel like even when you're sick, well, for me, even when I'm sick, I hate looking sick. Unless I'm like really dying and I can't help it. And then I also bring it over my eye as well. So I cover the entire eye area. Okay, so the concealer is on and everything. Now I'm gonna use some setting powder and I'm gonna set it. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Just gonna dip my sponge into it, pick up some powder, apply it under the eye. Okay, now that you're finished putting the setting powder, you're gonna set the rest of your face as well. Especially if you're oily, you don't want to skip this. I feel like doing this saves your makeup for like whole. I get this flat powder brush from e.l.f., dip it into it, tap off the excess, and just apply it to the face as such. And it's a very warm powder. I really like it. Trust me, when you do this, your makeup lock for a good amount of hours, depending on how oily your skin is, but this will definitely help to reduce the oiliness. Okay, so now that that is done, we're almost finished. Yeah, we're almost finished. Just 2 more steps. Don't be like, oh my god, she's doing more. No, listen, you want to slay, right? You want to look slayish, right? I mean, you could stop here, but why? So we only have not a lot to do, but we are gonna apply some bronzer. I think I've said this a lot of times. I'm a bronzer person. I cannot not do bronzer. So I'm gonna take this Real Techniques blush. I think it's a blush brush, but I use it for bronzer. If you have blush, you can use blush instead if you don't like bronzer. And I apply it up here. And the bronzer that I'm using is from Bobbi Brown. It really has grown on me. At first I was like, this bronzer is not gonna work for me, but it's so smooth, it's so nice, it really grew on me. I feel like sometimes you have to give stuff another chance, because sometimes when you just use it, you might not really love it like that. But if you give it another chance, you probably like it. If you still don't like it, then return it, of course. Okay, so bronzer is on, and because we're going for a everyday look, I'm gonna add some highlighter, but this highlighter is also very subtle. Okay, so the face is pretty much complete. I am going to apply some mascara. Something that I also like to do sometimes is I'll take my bronzer here and I'll just take a blending brush and I'll apply some of the bronzer to my eyelids, just to add a little color to it. You can completely skip this. Then I apply some mascara. Of course, can't leave the house with mascara. Lies, I leave the house without mascara all the time when I'm rushing. But we have mascara today, and this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and it is from Loreal in the shade Black is Black, in the color Black is Black. And I've been using this mascara for 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, and I really like it. It's so nice. Look is almost finished, except one more thing, the lips, of course. And I'm rushing. I just normally just use lip liner and lip gloss, and I apply it when I'm. So the lipstick that I'm gonna use is this not butter gloss. So the lipstick that I'm gonna use is this soft matte lipstick from NYX, and it is in the shade Dubai. And it's like a really nice brown. Okay, so this is pretty much the look. You look a little bit more polished, a little bit more ready for work or school or whatever you're doing. If you are a little bit more of a glam girl and you want to add a lash, you can add a lash. Okay, so that's pretty much the look for you guys. The only thing I did was to apply some very small lashes to the eye for the kind of extra glam girl. But that's pretty much the look, and I feel like this is a great, perfect, everyday neutral look. You don't look like, you know, you have on a ton of makeup, or you don't look like, you know, you was trying too hard or anything, even if you were. But you just look like really soft and pretty, and not saying you don't look pretty without it, but I mean, you just look more polished, if you get what I'm saying. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in another one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who is normally in a rush and they need like a simple makeup look. I feel like this would be perfect for them. So don't forget to share the video with them. And thank you guys so much for your love and support. Everyone who watches my videos, who clicks on my videos, who shares my videos, everyone who is my support system, I thank you so much, and I really appreciate it, honestly. That's pretty much it. So bye.